Welcome back to Kevin's Mobile Repair, a 2015 Jeep Patriot. We're doing some rear strut assemblies. So what I will do is I will start the process. I will get the rear strut assembly on the passenger side taken off. Here it is right there. Once I get it removed, I will hop back on and get you the procedure for the removal and the installation, and any tricks or tips or anything like that, I will also let you know about that. This ought to be a pretty straightforward type of setup. Light on the subject. So there we go right there, but I will get you some information here very shortly. Alright, so I'm going to start off here at the top. You're going to remove your spare tire cover, take the spare tire itself out, which is that, and then the inlay, which goes right in here. So you want to gain access. It's going to be for both sides. This little panel right here, just pop it up. See that hole right there? A stud will go through there, and then another one up front here. They are 2 15mm nuts. Basically take those off so that the top half of the strut can come out, which will be right here. That one and that one. Bottom half is just one 18mm long bolt. Now, per the service manual, it said just unbolt the two at the top and unbolt the one at the bottom, and it slides out. But this will not have enough clearance past the housing. So what I had to do is I did both of the sway bar bolts on both sides. I have the car jacked up so that way that there's no tension on the sway bar. Took off all 4 bolts, 2 on this side, 2 on the other side. Undid the bottom control arm bolt, and then the bottom control arm can swing down far enough in order to be able to push this down far enough in order to get it out. Because once it's undone from here, it just falls down, but it only goes so far. So I had to do those 2 extra steps in order to get that control arm to swing down far enough. Even using a pry bar, cheater bar, it would not go down far enough in order to get this strut assembly out without a whole lot of difficulty. But so we're going to cut that one out. The procedure is going to be the same for both sides. So here we are. We're going to install our new one. Brand spanking new. I will send a link to this company for these struts, if anybody's wondering. It does come with 2 new nuts, which is awesome. The old ones had some paint on them, so there's probably a little bit of corrosion built in as well. But pretty straightforward. So I'm going to get this new one installed and come back and show you the finished product. So this is the final install. I'll give you a pro tip. What I did is put the strut assembly in, use a floor jack to go up underneath and jack up the strut and the control arm, so that way the strut tower itself is now inside and flush. Go inside the vehicle, put the 215 nuts hand tight, so that way it stays up in the air. Come back down here, put the lower strut bolt through first before we put the control arm back in the knuckle. This way it makes it easier to put this on, because once this is installed on the knuckle, this thing has a big forward or big upward momentum, and it's going to be really hard to align everything there. So put the strut part in first, and once you're done with that, come over here. You can then put a floor jack right there at the bottom, and then you can lift up the whole assembly and line the knuckle and the bottom control arm bolt in place. A lot easier, because you are now controlling the upward force instead of the strut or the knuckle controlling the upward force. And then once you're done with that, go back inside, tighten up your 15s, and reassemble everything once you've gotten both sides done. I will wait until the other side is done before I put the sway bar bolts back in. There also is an alignment location here for the struts. The pointy end goes towards the outside of the vehicle. But other than that, any questions or comments, please feel free to let me know.